Your dog froze mid-hallway, stared straight into your soul, and refused to move. You laughed it off, maybe even nudged them with your foot. But what if that single, silent moment was your dog screaming something at you that you've been missing your entire life together? Welcome to Canine Mind. Hit subscribe right now, because every week we decode what your dog is actually trying to tell you. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, every weird thing your dog does, from blocking your path to those sudden, puzzling nibbles, will start making a very different kind of sense. You're walking through your living room, arms full of laundry or mind full of stress, and there he is. Your dog, planted directly in your path like a furry boulder with zero intention of budging. Sometimes he sits on the stairs, or sometimes he literally steps in front of you mid-stride, as if he's been rehearsing the blocking maneuver all morning. Is he being dominant? Is he bored? Is he secretly running the household? Here's what most dog owners don't realize. This behavior isn't random, not even close. It is a sophisticated tactical choice. And once we break down exactly why your dog blocks your path, we're going into something even more confusing. The bite. Not the aggressive, scary kind, but the everyday nibbles, the sudden chomps, and the gentle mouth-holding that leaves you completely puzzled. Because those mean something too. Let's get into the deep psychology of the hallway blockade. Reason 1. They are a cause and effect machine. Your dog is one of the world's greatest observers of human patterns. If standing in front of you has ever, even once, made you stop, look down, say their name, or reach down to pet them, that moment was instantly uploaded to their permanent memory drive. Dogs learn through reinforcement faster than almost any other domesticated animal. If blocking you worked once to get a reaction, it has now become a verified strategy. This is especially common in Velcro breeds, retrievers, shepherds, and spaniels. They don't just want your love, they crave engagement. If you've been absorbed in your phone or your laptop for 3 hours, don't be surprised when they physically insert themselves into your day. They aren't being annoying, they are performing a hard reset on your attention. The fix? Don't wait for them to block you. Schedule short, intentional connection bursts throughout the day. When a dog doesn't feel forced to interrupt you to feel noticed, the blocking behavior simply evaporates. Reason 2. Territory isn't just about the backyard. For dogs, territory extends to their people. One of the primary ways a dog asserts ownership is by occupying high-traffic zones. Think about it. Doorways, hallways, the very top of the stairs. By planting themselves in these transitional spaces, your dog is communicating something ancient. Everything that moves through here moves through me first. Ethologists who study pack animals note that spatial assertion is deeply embedded in their DNA. Your dog isn't trying to overthrow you as the leader of the house. They are maintaining a sense of order that makes them feel safe. By controlling the flow of traffic, they feel they are managing the pack. To solve this, give them a place command. Give them a designated mat or bed nearby, a spot that is theirs, but isn't in the middle of the hallway. When you reward them for staying there, you aren't suppressing their instinct. You're just giving it a better office to work from. Reason 3. You might be getting herded without a license. This sounds funny until you realize it explains everything about your corgi, Border Collie or Aussie Shepherd. These breeds have an irresistible genetic drive to control movement. When they walk directly in front of you or nudge the back of your legs, they are literally steering the livestock, which, in this case, is you. But here is the fascinating part. Even non-herding breeds do this around routines. If your dog has noticed that when you walk toward the kitchen at 6 p.m., food magically appears, and they will start intercepting your path at 5:45 p.m. They aren't just waiting, they are trying to move the process along. They have memorized your schedule better than you have. Reason 4, the big personality and spatial priority. Let's be honest, some dogs are just main characters. If you consistently walk around your dog, reroute your path, or step over them because they look cute, you are silently handing over small but real amounts of household authority. Veterinary behaviorists avoid the D word, dominance, because it's been misunderstood for decades. But spatial priority is a very real canine concept. A dog who never has to move for anyone eventually starts to believe they are the stationary sun that the household planets revolve around. The solution isn't to be mean. When they block you, don't step around. Stand still. Or use a calm cue like "excuse me" or a hand signal. Wait for them to move, then reward that movement. You're not being a bully, you're being a clear communicator. Reason 5, the sentinel instinct. Dogs have been our guardians for 15,000 years. A core part of that role is acting as a sentinel, the one who watches the gates. When your dog lies in a doorway or at the foot of the stairs, they are placing themselves between you and potential threats. They favor thresholds, because that is historically where the danger comes from. If your dog refuses to leave the hallway at night, they are telling you, "I'm here, I'm watching, you're safe." Reason 6, pure, unadulterated love. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one. Dogs are one of the only animals on Earth that release oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, when they make eye contact or maintain proximity with a different species, us. Proximity is love in dog language. When they flop down on your feet while you're trying to cook, they aren't trying to trip you. They are trying to recharge their emotional battery by being as close to their favorite person as physically possible. Reason 7, thermal seeking. Let's get practical. Dogs have a higher body temperature than humans, and they are experts at finding the good spot. Is there a vent in that hallway? Does the afternoon sun hit that specific patch of rug? They aren't trying to inconvenience you. They've just found the warmest square inch in the house. Offer them a high-quality orthopedic bed in a similarly warm spot, and watch the hallway blockade migrate toward the window. Reason 8, the surveillance strategy. Beneath that fluffy exterior lies a predator's brain. Predators choose positions with high visibility and clear sightlines. A hallway is the command center of a house. From there, they can hear the front door, the back door, and the kitchen. They aren't just lounging, they are cataloging every sound. It gives them a sense of purpose. Reason 9, the play tag ambush. If your dog darts in front of you, drops into a play bow, or swats at your feet, they aren't blocking you, they're tagging you. This is a cry for mental stimulation. A dog who has been cooped up all day will use your movement as a trigger to start a game. If you channel that energy into a 10-minute training session or a game of fetch, the ambushes usually stop. But now, we need to talk about the part that truly confuses most owners. Because if the blocking behavior surprised you, wait until you understand what your dog's biting is actually trying to tell you. We aren't talking about aggression, we're talking about the mouthy language. Every nip, every soft chomp, and every rhythmic nibble is a sentence. Reason 10. Sensory overstimulation. You're sitting on the couch, giving your dog the best petting session ever, and suddenly, snap, they nip your hand. You're shocked. I was being nice, you think, but your dog just hit their sensory limit. For many dogs, repetitive stroking in the same spot crosses the line from relaxing to electrifying, or even irritating. The nip is their way of saying, "Stop, that's too much." The secret is to watch for the pre-nip. Is their tail stiffening? Or are their ears shifting back? Is their body tensing? If you stop before they feel the need to nip, you've just learned to speak their language. Reason 9, in the mouthy category, the toddler exploration. Puppies use their mouths like we use our hands. To them, your arm is just a very interesting, squeaky toy. If your hand has always been an acceptable target for play, your dog has no reason to think it's wrong. The fix? Redirect. The moment the teeth touch skin, the human toy breaks. You stop moving and stop playing. Only dog toys get a reaction. Reason 8. Love bites and cobbing. Has your dog ever taken your wrist in their mouth and just held it? Or given you tiny, rapid nibbles with their front teeth? In the canine world, what this is called affiliative behavior. It's exactly what they do when grooming a trusted pack member. It's a massive compliment. They're literally treating you like their own family. If it's too firm, a quiet ouch and withdraw in your hand is all the feedback they need. Reason 7. The attention nip. This is the cousin of the hallway block. You're reading, they stare, you don't look. They paw, you don't look. So they give you a tiny nip on the elbow. Bingo, you looked. They just won the game. If you react with surprise or scolding, you have just reinforced that biting gets a result. Instead, reward the quiet sit. Teach them that the polite approach gets the treat, while the nip gets 30 seconds of the cold shoulder. Reason 6. Redirected frustration. This is one of the most misunderstood behaviors. Your dog is looking at a squirrel through the window, barking and losing their mind. You walk past to close the blinds, and they chomp your leg. It wasn't about you. Their nervous system was redlining. They had nowhere to put that energy, so the nearest object, you, absorbed the impact. Watch for locked-in behavior, dilated pupils and rigid posture. If you see it, don't touch them. Use a sound to break their focus first. Reason 5. The warning. Most bites don't come out of nowhere. They are the final rung on the ladder of aggression. It starts with a lip lick, a yawn, or a whale eye. Seeing the whites of their eyes. If humans ignore the first 5 signals, the dog is forced to use the only one we do listen to, the bite. If you learn to see the quiet signals, you will never see the loud ones. Or reason 4, the pain of teething. If you have a puppy under 6 months, their mouth is a construction zone. Baby teeth are falling out, adult teeth are pushing through, and their gums are on fire. Chewing you provides pressure relief. Don't punish them. Give them ice cubes or frozen rubber toys. They aren't bad, they're just in pain. Reason 3, panic and flight versus fight. If you reach for a dog and they snap, it's often because they felt cornered. A dog with pinned ears and a tucked tail is a dog who feels trapped. Always give a dog an exit. Let them choose to come to you. Trust is built in the spaces where the dog feels they have a choice. Reason 2. The inner predator. Movement triggers the brain. If you run, your dog's chase circuit flips on. The nipping at your heels isn't mean, or it's an ancient hunting sequence being played out in your backyard. Channel this into flirt poles or games of fetch. If they have something to hunt, they won't need to hunt your ankles. Reason 1. The medical message. This is the most critical one of all. If a normally sweet dog suddenly starts biting when touched in a specific spot, stop everything. Cho hide pain better than almost any animal. A sudden bite is often a medical alert. It says, "It hurts here, please help." If the behavior is new and localized, skip the trainer and go straight to the vet. The bite isn't the problem. The bite is the messenger. Your dog is trying to talk to you every single second. Whether they are standing in your way in the hall or nibbling on your sleeve, they are telling you about their fears, their needs, and their immense love for you. The more you listen to these subtle cues, the more that bond transforms into something truly magical. If this helped you see your dog in a new light, subscribe to Canine Mind right now. We go deep into the science of behavior every week because the better you understand them, the better their life and yours will be. We'll see you in the next one.